be super cute and do a St. Patrick's Day something. Heart. I feel like I want it bigger. Don't lose the pen this time, Cassandra. This is watercolor pencil. I'm not overly concerned. Just don't caveman it like a 5-year-old with a pencil. You don't want to leave indentations on your paper. Probably would have been easier if I just got it wet, but I don't want to do that. Okay, bigger. Somehow saying it like that makes it better. I don't know if you guys know, but I'm still like, okay. Don't throw your pencil around, Cassandra. It's very loud. Start with some crimson, magenta. Terrible hot orange. It's fine. I'm not a warm colors gal. Pretty green. Let's do some of this. I might have enough teal actually. Get a little bit more. Don't need dark purple. Need some blue. Oh my gosh, where's Scott? And I think we'll just use this and mix it to darken it up. Or maybe we like it light, I don't know. We'll find out. I'm gonna do a rainbow. Start with the magenta. Just seeing where I want it. Like a soft edge. I feel like rainbows need a soft edge. Can we not be wonky, rainbow? Come on, man. We just started. Maybe it's my brush. Maybe my brush is upsetting me. Fine, red brush. Let's do some red. Wow, that is. Oh man. It's dirty water and a wet brush. It's all right.
It was at this moment my brain shut off and I went into introvert mode. So here we are, figuring out voiceovers. Good job, Cassandra. Totally nailed this recording thing. We're gonna see how this goes because I have a cat biting my hairs right now. So the red and the orange were making me a little bit fussy. They were too dark. They were not bright enough for my St. Patty's rainbow here. So I mixed the orange with some magenta and some yellow and maybe a little bit of white just to brighten it up a little bit. And then when I painted the red, I did some magenta and red again just to bring some light into this rainbow. It was looking real dark and I was not a fan. But that's how painting goes. You start going with something and then you're like, ooh, I hate this thing. So then you just fix it. I think that's why I like acrylic, is it's easier to fix. Watercolor sometimes will hurt your soul. Acrylic, you just let it dry and paint right over that bad boy and you're good to go. You also just have to trust the process. I know that I am not a huge fan of warm colors, and so when you get to the red, orange, yellow, and it's all warm, you're like, I don't know if I like it, but you keep going and you push through, and then after you're done with your layers, you stop, you step back, you look at it, and then decide if you like it or not. So I try not to fix things in the moment too much. I try to wait and let it play itself out and then go back and revise after I'm done with that first layer. Now it's starting to look like a rainbow. I always do a turquoise or teal layer between the green and the blue because I love a teal. It is one of the best colors out there. Listening to the dry brush noise makes me cringe a little bit. That means that you do not have enough on your brush. You don't have enough water, you don't have enough paint, you don't have enough something, and you are just rubbing the bejesus out of those bristles. I know that this is what I was going for with this rainbow. I didn't want it to be super saturated with paint or water, but it's also making me cringe to rewatch this. After I got to the purple, my water was a dirty grayish color. And again, I didn't want hard lines on the outside edges of my rainbow or the inside edges of my rainbow. So I took that dirty water and did a line underneath the purple, which kind of just blended it down a little bit into the background. And then I made a mistake. Good job, Cassandra. I got dirty water on my paper, and the only thing you can do now is just put more dirty water on the paper and just go with it. In the end, it actually looked better because it toned down the harshness of the white. Also, let's just acknowledge that a rainbow should not be this dang difficult. I don't know why I struggled so hard with this rainbow, but I did, and it is what it is. Rainbow should be easy. I was on the struggle bus that day. To make myself feel better of my colossal terrible rainbow that is happening right now, I decided to use my watercolor glitter and paint the dirty water background sky with glitter because that makes everything better. When I started on my shamrock, I had no idea how I wanted to paint it. And then of course, since I used hot green, it's not really called hot green, but when I use the hot green and it's transparent, I was like, wow, yep, I hate this. So I mixed it with white, and then I mixed it with yellow, and then I mixed it with the turquoise, and then I mixed it with the blue. I mixed it with all the colors. And as I'm going, you know, your paint starts mixing in with the other colors. So then I mixed it with some of the pink, and then some of the yellow, and some of the orange, and brought the other colors into my shamrock to make it look like it was a cohesive thing. So by the time I got to the end, I was happy with it. But at the beginning, again, I just struggle busing it this day. St. Patrick's Day should not be this difficult, and I just could not do this to save my life. I love blending color when the paint is still wet and it just kind of smushes into each other and gets kind of streaky. It's one of my favorite things. At this point, I decided that he needed an outline to make him stand out and separate him from the rainbow. I mixed the blue, the purple, the turquoise, and then I decided it still needed to be darker, so then threw in some magenta as well. Made a kind of deep blue. Outlining the shamrock with that dark color just really made it pop. It was perfect. I used just a smidge of liquid white to help with some highlights. I didn't want the white super thick, so liquid white for the win. The best part is always taking off the tape. It is just so satisfying. I absolutely love it. But I also was unsatisfied with this painting, even though I did it for funsies and it stressed me out the whole dang time. The next day, I came over and looked at it again and said, meh, I don't like it. So I added some little shamrocks at the bottom so that way it would have something to the right side because it just looks so blank and sad over there. So I painted some little shamrocks, and lucky me, I had all 3 cats in the art room with me for whatever reason, and they were just causing an absolute ruckus while I was trying to do this really quickly. I love them to pieces, but goodness gracious. It was raining, so I opened the window because I was like, how lovely would it be? And then that happened. So I opened the window. I was like, I'm going to listen to the rain while I paint. And since I had the window open, which summoned all 3 beasties, Keanu decided to knock the camera over like it was the thing to do. So that's on him. His bad. I decided with this camera angle I was going to rat them out. So there's one. There's the one that knocked over the camera. And the other one was behind me, hiding from his brothers, as he should. Until next time.